Welcome, Cancer Leo, to your September Astro Dice reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. Hope Mercury retrograde treated you well. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you this month. Okay. Best messages coming out. For those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. Okay, so let's see. Best house to talk about for now. Going straight to that 4th house. That's that home with the sun in Gemini. So going straight over here to the sun. Ooh, I love it. This is talking about that soul's mission. Your immortal spirit, purpose, and destiny is involved. They're going to sit over here in the limelight. And doing it Gemini style. Over here we have the energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. And getting straight into that 4th house, the place of yourself, your home, and the roots of your being. Okay, so it could be literally the home. It could even, it could mess with the family, your dog, yourself. The roots of yourself. So let's get in here and see what's going on within the situation. The situation is taking place in the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. The messages, please, talking about the roots. Look at that. Hey, messing around when it's coming to the 4th house. It's saying we're getting down to the roots of the situation over here. This is where your vitality is. This is where your instincts are. This is where, everything is that's based within yourself. And this is also saying I have. This is the card of I have. And it's saying, what do you have? It says, I have the 2 of Cups. Ooh, I have the coming together. Or the communication, or that communication coming through for that Gemini. So it's saying I definitely have the vitality of this coming together through this communication. So there's going to be a lot of communication in the very beginning of the month. You might already start feeling it. You might even want to be very communicative, right? Maybe you feel like you need to get out there, talk, socialize, feeling like, you know what, I need to socialize. I need this. I want this. And that's also limelighting you, though, too, because you have the sun over there. So it's saying there's a lot of limelight, right? But it's also, bringing in that purpose is involved. So, it could also be for, yeah, look at that, bossing up with the King of Wands. Yeah, it's definitely taking on those leadership skills, feeling like you're coming out of any kind of overcoming challenge. You felt like you were having a challenge with someone. Okay, love it. You feel like you were having some kind of challenge with someone, could be definitely a Sagittarius, does not have to be. You could feel like now you are getting into the situation where you are making peace within the situation. I need to have this conversation with you so we can make peace of this situation, whether there was a huge argument that was going on, whatever is going on over here, it's like, and there's some kind of litigation, right? For some of you, it literally could be litigation, right? So there is a lot of regrets and disappointments, so you might feel like you have a little bit of regrets about this fight going on. Maybe it carried on too long, or they definitely are feeling a little bit disappointed that this has gone on. I feel like it's something that's been going kind of back and forth for a little bit, and now actually going to have that coming together to where you're going to be able to, like I said, either litigate the situation, come to terms with one another, figure out what's going on. It just feels like it might have been something that got out of hand, or they are really wanting to come back and fix this with you. Okay, so take that how it resonates. Okay. So definitely feeling like something in the home. So it's definitely more than likely a family member, a loved one. Okay. Maybe it's even coming to terms with your damn house. Maybe you're having regrets. I bought this house, but I'm going to make it my own. Maybe maybe it's killing you. It's like the Money Pit. Anybody ever watch that movie, The Money Pit? Okay, so let's see what's going on over here. In the mid-month, it's talking about the desires coming through. Got some beautiful chakras. Got 3 chakras coming together. It's just telling me that you're starting to align with that purpose. You're starting to align with that immortal spirit, which you also got to love with the 2 of Cups, because that's saying you are aligned with your conscious versus your subconscious, which is your human self versus your spirit self as well, having this healthy connection, saying, I do want to do that. And also changing that focus. So there is something that says, I want to change the focus from that negative associations to having better priorities in my life and opening up better opportunities at this time, and kind of taking care of things that need to be taken care of and looking at different perspectives. Well, gotta love that too, because it says, I am seeing the bigger picture of the situation. Right, so it is saying, there's some blessings that could be coming through over here with the blossoming over here with the Judgment card. That's, you know what I'm saying, whether this is in a platonic family relationship or whether it is the person you live with romantically, okay, or whether it's just the house itself, being in love with that house, right? So, but it's talking also, it's like I have the desire to change this focus. I want to make this work, right? I want to have this blossom. I want this to work, and really trying to make this work out for your own good. Over here on the sacral chakra, we do have the sun coming out, with the sun on top of the sun, in the sun. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so there's that blessing. What did I just say? You're having that blessing. You're having that blessing coming through as it's moving through you. Those happy times, bringing in that vitality. With the Ace of Wands over here, yeah, it's like you're bringing in new days, new commitments. You're jumping into a new category, having that, maybe that reconciliation, but you have that urge to create something that's going to be fresh and new. It's this newness. Right? It's a new, and a lot of times it's just a new energy. We're going to fix this and we're going to make this new, and it's going to bring in a different feeling. It's going to get rid of those, right? That negative association towards that person or towards that house or towards whatever it is, or that family member, loved one, however it is, but it's going to allow you to embark on feeling better about the situation and feeling like this is where it needs to be. This is that kind of a wake-up call. It's the Judgment card, saying I'm making new judgments about the situation, and I'm going to take on this new energy because I'm seeing it in a different light. So we're putting a death to it. Wow. We're going to put an end to this situation. We're going to cut that energy out. We're going to cut that situation out. We're going to transition away from that situation. So there's definitely this whole feeling like you're embarking on a new energy and a new opportunity to bring things together in a different way. That's literally what it is. It's like, I'm going to bring this together in a different way, because once I cut the ties of how I feel like I'm associating with this situation, if I'm always looking at it pessimistically, then it's going to stay pessimistic. I have to be able to look at it in a different light, because otherwise it's just going to always bring me down, or we're always going to have conflict. We're always going to have misunderstandings. We need to figure out how to change that. So it says the challenging times in this situation are dying. It's dying out because now everything is amplifying in a different way. Okay. So you're going to put this emphasis on how to rebuild and get away from the challenging times so that you can rebuild this situation and making it successful. So there's definitely something about we're going to work this out in this way. I need it to be this way. Okay. This is going to end up, trying one more time, but we need to try it a different way. So this is not really 100% avoiding the situation. It's saying I'm avoiding the negative aspects of the situation. I don't want to, be stuck in it always being this way. So it's saying we're going to change this. We're going to change this and make the victory. So we're going to rebuild this so that it brings the victory, right? Because that way, if I see it in a good light, then I can see exactly what needs to be fixed, instead of always seeing it in a negative light. Then it just feels like everything's it's disorganized, it's in disarray, it's dying, it's never going to work, it's this, it's that. You know, screw this place, screw them. But then when you start seeing it in a different light, you're like, okay, you know what? Let's get inspired and look at it this way. This right here is saying changing the focus for inspiration to create something different. And then this brings in the success. Yeah, where you felt like there was nothing, that was always false success, where you had lost the lack of faith, where you feel like all the things are dying, you're now going to see the Ten of Pentacles. So you're going from the Nine of Pentacles in reverse of it's all dying to the success and the growth with the financial wealth, all because you just changed and managed this energy into a different way, looking at it from a different perspective. Now you're going to feel like you can balance this out. This can be worked on. The focus on how you're moving through this time in this area has everything to do with, let me just look back over here and see how this can be worked out, instead of just naysaying it all the time. Right. And if you have somebody who is doing that, maybe you're pulling to them to say, hey, you know what, we can't just sit over here and just naysay all this. We need to get together and look at this from a different perspective. Otherwise, you know, this is just, the dance of death over here. Like literally, not the tango. Tango takes two people to work together. This is literally, and we're tripping, falling, and this is not going to work. Right. And so I love that. I love it because it's saying this is where you have the opportunity to change that around and get really focused and get to work with how you're going to do this. And yes, there's a lot of communication, right? A lot of communication. Now I love this here because this is going to come down towards the Mercury retrograde area here. So this could be where it stopped being stressful rather than, putting up the fight, right? You're just like, no, I'm going to kind of pamper this situation, right? Take care of the situation and try to reverse everything that's going on with a new energy, which you really need though, because you don't really want that to go into Mercury retrograde anyways. So I do like that. It's like you're nurturing this partnership, however it is, and watching it evolve around you. Huh. And it could also be that you're giving this person the benefit. It's almost like you guys are giving each other the person, the I don't want to say that, the benefit of the doubt because of the diversity, right? And that's where the coming together is. That's where the communication is. Okay, fine, you're on that page, I'm on this page. Well, we have to work this out though, right? So actually wanting to manage this and understanding it's manageable instead of just feeling like it's gonna, super die and be overloaded with all this stress. So loving that, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye bye.